So I was talking to a friend recently and I was giving them advice and they recommended me I make this video for them and just for other people that need to hear it. Guys, girls, or whatever you prefer, they do not like you as much as you think. I know I made videos recently talking about unrequited love, things like limerence and things like that. But guys, if you are stressing over a guy or girl that does not care about you, I'm telling you, it is not worth it. And the reason it's not worth it because you are better than what you think you are. Some people in your life, whether it be relationships, friendships, that's all I'm going to really talk about. Sometimes they will give you the minimal amount of effort, and for certain people, they'll latch onto it super quick because of attachment issues. But if that's the case for you, do not give into it. Like I'm telling you, if you give into it, you're going to send yourself down a dangerous spiral. Listen, I've been down it. I've done it in high school. I went through that situation, okay? It's like a canon event for people that have attachment issues. If they are doing the bare minimum things and they're taking forever to talk to you, respond to you, or show you any type of attention, they are not worth your time. This is your calling to move on. This video that you're clicking on or have clicked on and you're listening to, just move on. And one of the best ways to move on is to start caring about yourself, okay? And a lot of times when people are in a scenario where they get so obsessed over someone and they get so mentally involved into a person's life, they kind of forget their own. And when that happens, you low-key lose a part of yourself. Like you lose a part of yourself. And the way to not do that is find a new hobby. I'm not even kidding. Find a new hobby. Literally, you will solve all your problems if you just get a hobby. I'm serious. Whether it be drawing or watching a new show or learning about something different like a new language or an art or something super simple. It could literally be like dancing or like running a TikTok account. Just find a hobby. Having a hobby will take your mind off of a person that does not care about you. You are worth someone's attention and time no matter who you are. Unless you're super like mean and disrespectful and rude purposely, someone out there will care about you more than that person that is ignoring you daily or taking forever to respond or talk to you or dodging you every time you hang out. Literally, just find a hobby and work on yourself. It's the hard truth, but I'm telling you, if you start working on yourself or putting your time into another thing, like your life will just be 10 times easier because you'll spend less time thinking about that person, wondering, oh, when are they going to text me back? Or are they looking at my Instagram story or like my Instagram note? Or why aren't they responding to my TikToks? Are they seeing my TikTok reposts? Like, this is obviously more geared towards like Gen Z people, but it's a big thing in like dating or in the process of like figuring out if someone likes you or not, or just the talking stage, I guess. I'm telling you, work on yourself. You don't have to exercise. Exercise is something I always recommend because it makes you feel healthier. But if you are, fine with how you look and you feel like you're the catch because you are, that's a-okay. I'm telling you, go back to your old hobbies. Stop stressing so much about a person that won't even ask how your day was. If someone is not going to ask you how your day is, they do not care about you. Unless they have some busy thing going on in their life where they have an excuse, like a family member passed away or they're working a job for like 12 hours a day, they will make the time for you if you matter to them. No matter what it is, that person will make time for you if they care enough. Always remember that. If they care enough, they will make time for you. In my situation in high school, what happened with me is I liked this girl and this girl knew that I liked her and she literally just was like, yeah, so will you do this and that for me? And then I talked to her all the time and she'd be like, yeah, she practically just entertained me, right? She just entertained the thought of me and her like being together or whatever. But like in my mind, I was like, oh man, this girl must like me. She's giving all the hints and this and that. But at the time, I didn't realize that like she actually really didn't care. She wouldn't ask me how I was doing. She wouldn't like care about my family business. She did not care. And you could be in that same scenario in college, adulthood, whatever, and you will thank me later if you're watching this video and say, hey, I gotta just go. Because when you get to that point where you're about to explode, like how I look at it is there's like a meter, right? Eventually you get so obsessed with someone, you reach like 100% like capacity and you just explode because you're like, dude, am I not enough for them? Or what am I doing wrong? Like, am I not attractive and things like that? But in reality, it's you. It's you creating this like mental image of them in your head or potential of them. In reality, that's just not who they are. They're a completely different person. And that's what you have to remember. Stop creating potentials in your head, because if you create a potential and they don't meet it, you're going to be heartbroken. And why would you want to be heartbroken if you already know the answer? Sometimes, things work out and good for you. But most of the time, when people create potentials of one person, it usually tends to not work out. And that's literally the worst heartbreak you'll ever go through. You always hear people talk about like the person you never dated. And it's because you create this figure in your brain of this person, whether it be like, oh, they must like me because they did X, Y, and Z, or oh, they dressed a certain way today, or they showed me something that they wouldn't show anyone else. Stop playing. Stop playing with yourself. Girl, stop playing with yourself. I'm telling you, it does not work. Anyways, that's my short rant. I know it's not a longer video, but remember to take care of yourself, love yourself, and remember, you come first. A situation or a relationship should come second. Your partner will always be important to you, but always take care of yourself. Be mentally prepared when you're talking to someone or just in that talking stage, and make sure they're good for you. Make sure they'll treat you right, and don't give someone attention if they're doing nothing, like asking about your day. That is the most important thing to do. If someone likes you and cares about you, they will ask you about your day and simple questions about your life. If they're not doing that, they do not care about you. Remember that. Peace.